The first point that I think we should recognize regarding Marquis' argument is that he is attempting to provide a simple, straightforward, common sense argument. He's trying to avoid any kind of confusing reasoning, and he's really trying to appeal to the reader's intuitions and common sense. He's moving from an explanation of the wrongness of killing in general to an explanation of the wrongness of killing a fetus in general. So he's trying to provide a very common sense argument. Whether he succeeds in doing that, you can be the judge. The next point that I think is worth recognizing is that though Marquis is providing a conservative or pro-life argument where he is claiming that the vast majority of abortions are seriously immoral, his argument is not religiously affiliated. I think oftentimes we think that the conservative view is or must be based in some kind of religion. That if you're arguing that for the pro-life view, that you are doing that from some kind of religious ideology or theoretical foundation. But I want us to recognize that Marquis is not doing that. He is not providing an argument that is associated with religious ideas, at least not explicitly. He is, again, simply trying to provide a sound argument with logical, true reasoning. The third point that I think is worth recognizing is that, as he says in the essay, Marquis is arguing that the vast majority of abortions are seriously immoral. That is to say that he's not arguing that every single abortion, that all abortions are seriously immoral. And what I believe he's saying here is that the vast majority of abortions are done for personal reasons. In 98% of cases, the abortion is considered elective, where, for instance, the mother or the couple is choosing to have an abortion for personal reasons, such as socioeconomic reasons, that they cannot afford to have this pregnancy, to go through with this pregnancy and have this child and care for this child. Those elective cases where the reasoning for abortion is personal represent 98% of abortions. The other 2% of abortions, which you might refer to as the rare cases, are cases where the reasoning for abortion is therapeutic or humanitarian. Therapeutic reasoning for abortion is considered to be cases where the mother's life is at risk due to the pregnancy. Humanitarian refers to cases where the pregnancy is a result of rape or perhaps incest. And so what Marquis is essentially saying here is that he's focused on the 98% of abortions, and he wants to argue that those are morally wrong. The other rare exceptions are more difficult cases, and they very well could be morally permissible. Abortions for therapeutic or humanitarian reasons, could be serious enough cases or exceptional enough cases that they are exceptions to the general rule. So that might make a difference in how you view Marquis' conservative argument. Okay, let's now move on to the rest of Marquis' argument. And one final thing, if you're curious about the source of those statistics, the 98 versus 2%, I've included that source just below this video.